What's up, Pete?
Dude. I'm ready to get it on.
Of course.
It's like one of those videos when your toddler steals your phone. That's what it looks like.
It just kind of wanders around. I'm going to be watching me some softball as we do this.
Hey there, it's okay. You can do that.
Your pokies are going to be on in a little bit, but they're not on yet.
Oh, there you go.
And since I'm addicted to softball.
Dude, okay, I'm convinced the investment to be made, professional girls softball.
They have it.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, clearly then it's not the investment to be made because I didn't know they even had it.
I think it's kind of new, and I don't really know how far it's gotten yet, to be honest with you. So
I think we need a team in Tulsa.
I tell you what, there damn sure be one in Oklahoma somewhere.
Yeah. I mean,
because Oklahoma is the center of softball.
Oh, I mean, we got a D2 championship right there in Rogers.
Right.
Okay. We got two teams in Oklahoma.
No, I think we won the NAIA too.
Did we? Which one? Who won that?
I forget. I'd have to look it up, but I'm almost positive we've won two so far.
I think we got to do this. How do we not have a professional softball team here?
Well, we kind of do at OU.
Yeah. I mean, they're getting paid. Don't.
Which is the definition of professional.
Yeah.
So, and OSU obviously is getting paid because they're getting better and better every year. And they're going to be a handful for anybody, including Oklahoma this time.
Schultz just sent a text. He's tabbing out and might be a little late.
That's all right. He can jump on wherever he jumps on. We'll just get this thing going.
Here, I have intro music.
Funk Soul Brother, check it out now. The Funk Soul Brother, right about now. The Funk Soul Brother, check it out now. The Funk Soul Brother.
We got to stay under 30 seconds because when we go more than 30 seconds, I think we have to pay for it.
Oh, okay.
See, I learned that
when you're gonna do your intro, and I'll start this and count it down from 5. I got to turn my.
That's our intro right there. We're already started.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Look, I've been watching. I listen to a lot of podcasts, watch a lot of podcasts, do it. And what I find out is that most of the shows, this little pre-show banter before you ever even get to what you're talking about in the show. Getting to see Joe pull up his pants. That's like the show.
If that's what you think.
That's what the people are paying to see.
If that's what you think.
All right, but we'll get this thing officially kicked off. Real quick, Joe. Who won the NAIA softball, women's softball this year? Do we know? Oklahoma team.
Was it Rogers State?
Yeah, they're Division II.
NAIA. No idea.
All
OBU,
right.
I don't know. OCC, OCU.
Yeah, I don't know who the NAIA school, but I'm almost positive I heard that.
Well, I'll
Oklahoma is working on its 3rd national championship of the year in softball.
It's because we dominate. It's the only thing we can dominate in, but we dominate in it.
Man, we do dominate in it. Don't kid yourself.
We were in a staff meeting following the softball game on our phone today, and our senior VP from Ohio was he was here in town sitting in the row in front of us. And it was like hit that first grand slam, and it was like, oh, holy shit. It was me and another OU guy. And he turned around like, what are you idiots doing?
Hoffman was in my office when it happened. I mean, you could kind of feel it coming. I mean, somebody was going to be tattooing that sumbitch, and they did. Anyway,
all right, back to the subject matter at hand. We're going to talk about a little golf here. It's time for the Sandy Boys, which are public course degenerates, to step it up. This means collars and belt loops, no tank tops and cutoffs for us, aka frat casual. Now, I did not know this was frat casual until I was informed by my son that that's what it means. You have to have a collar and belt loops. So, boom.
We have to have belt loops.
Yeah, I mean that's it. That's shorts or pants with belt loops.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, that's the frat casual. So
Until Sans belt makes its way back.
That's it.
Fashion's on a 30-year cycle. It'll be any year now. We'll be breaking this up.
Now, I'm not a fan of the belt the same color of the pants. So it looks like you don't have a belt, but you do. I need some differentiation there.
I tell you this, as the good Lord above is my witness, and you two boys, if it's ever okay to wear the jumpsuit, I'm back in.
With the little half belt with the gold buckle on it.
Yeah. A little front zip job.
Front zip pocket with a patch with an anchor on it.
You know it.
Yep. And you got to get the slip-on shoes, like the white canvas slip-on shoes to wear with it.
Yeah.
I got no problem with that.
I said, okay, stop by the driving range today on the way home because I've got no kids. All my kids are at camp. So I feel like you guys are kind of empty nesters, got my life is a highway type stuff. And I look over and there's this kid who's hitting balls, allegedly, but he's sitting there in loafers.
Kids living the dream.
Living the dream. So, all right. No, okay, going back to it. Clearly, the golf gods knew that some of us did not belong. The winds kicked up and the greens were firm. But let's meet the players before we get too far into this bunghole of a round. For some of us, it was a true bunghole round. We got Joe on the line.
Welcome to the jungle. How's that? I worked all week on that.
He's been working on his intro.
I need some GNR behind me.
Needs him some walk-up music. We got softball Potts on the line.
Boomer.
Oh. And that's it. And we're gonna get Scholes on the line a little bit later. He says he might jump on. But before we get into it, real quick, wider word of golf, wider world. Dude, I'm never gonna get this right, but I'm never gonna take it out. The wider world of golf, the big live announcement. Okay. Dominated the Twitter and the internet and everything else, the news cycle. They came out with it. The number one player on that list, not sure what he is on the world, DJ. What's your feeling about this live announcement and these players that have decided to go play in the league?
He surprised me more than anyone. Yeah, and I think we've got two kinds of golfers now. Ones who are playing for dollars and ones who are playing for majors.
There you go.
And, the guys that, some of these guys aren't winning a major, right? So they're going to go make bank, have a few extra weeks home, spend with the wife and kids. That's their decision.
No.
And then you got people that kind of want to chisel their name in the history of golf, right? They want to.
Right. They want the legacy.
Masters or the Open Championship or the US Open,
Yeah.
And that's why they play, to be the best in the world. And, I think you're going to see who fits into which category.
Okay. All right. Because DJ did get allegedly somewhere between 120 and 150 million dollars.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, your response was much more level-headed and well thought out than mine.
Hit me with it.
Fuck every one of them. Fuck every one of them. And I will be so mad at the PGA if they let them play one more tournament on the PGA Tour ever.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts.
I
may not be in the minority. I don't know, but that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah. Like I'm a firm believer. I think that, okay, you should lose your card. Now, I don't know about a lifetime ban, but I think you should lose your card and all the exemptions you built up. So if you want to go out there and regain your card, just as somebody else who does not have status on the tour, I'm okay with that.
Or make them get through Monday qualifying.
That's it. If you want to go play Monday qualifiers, even if you can get a sponsors exemption, I'm okay with them playing with sponsors exemptions for the minimum number they can play, the maximum number they can play, which is like 3, I think, a year. But I think they'd pull the card. I'm
very hard-nosed about this.
Yeah.
I just think there needs to be some kind of loyalty somewhere.
Yeah.
And there's just not.
Well, okay, I'll throw another name out there for you. And this is the one that threw me for a loop. Okay. All the other names, DJ threw me off. I'm like, whoa, that's a big name. But then when they started throwing the money around, I could see him saying, look, he married a Gretzky, and she's accustomed to a certain kind of lifestyle. And I don't know that he really cares about anything. But the one that got me was Taylor Gooch. He's got one win on the tour. He's made about $9 million in the tour so far. He's on the top. He's number 11, I think, on the FedEx Cup. I mean, so he's having a really good year. He's got 2 years exemption on the tour and everything else. He signs. My understanding is for $18 million and a 2-year guarantee on that tour.
He's a player that's not going to have their name engraved on a major trophy.
No.
So what's he playing for? A fucking Buick Open championship? Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
You're not giving Paulina Gretzky a sweet Buick Enclave after you win that and keeping her happy,
That Trans Am from last week at the Schwab.
Hey, that was legit, man.
Who was it? I heard, because they give away like a classic car every year, and it was the year or two ago. Somebody won. I can't remember who it was, and his caddy had asked him beforehand, "Hey, if we win, do I get that car?" And he's like, "Sure, you can have it. I don't care." Comes out, I mean, it was worth like $70,000 or something. It was, because these are classically restored cars. They're not like, pieces of crap. I think it was like a Dodge Charger or something like that. I don't think it had the Confederate flag painted on the top. They probably painted over that, but
yeah.
So I got to say, I've gone back and forth in this. I kind of agree. I'm like, look, there are people that just say, look, they're going to take their money and go. I think there's a couple of fears in this, like especially for somebody like Taylor Gooch, is, he's 2 years. He's planning on making enough money to, I guess not have to play again or see how it goes. But the Saudis could pull their money in a year.
Oh, and that's what I'd be more surprised if they didn't.
Yeah. They could
just
hit some other party thing they're
going
to do.
We changed our mind. We're going to do soccer.
Yeah.
Or we're going to do fill in the blank. And all these guys, some of the younger guys that maybe didn't get the big, DJ money.
Yeah.
Are going to go, oh, shit. And then they're going to come crawling back to the PGA. And I think the PGA said, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The list is a mile long of people wanting to play on this tour. And you gave us the middle finger.
Absolutely.
After we made you a millionaire.
Yeah, because
those guys got to think too. The ones that are getting a lot of endorsement money, that's drying up. Look at Lee Westwood, UPS. Yanked their
yeah, they're
sponsorship
yanking them.
from them. And so the guys that go over there, that's going to be one of their only streams of income now. You think?
Yeah, you got to think you're not getting it from a secondary source. You're not gonna, and that's really is how longevity is this tour. And do you have a spot if let's say for some reason it does take off, and all of a sudden a lot of players go over there, are you still on that list? And now you've gotten kicked off that tour and you can't go back.
Did y'all see the did y'all see the interview of Brad Faxon on the Golf Channel?
No.
Where this is not Greg Norman's first go at starting a new tour, a competing tour. That piece of shit, I'd just soon him go away. I don't know why he's got such a hard on against the PGA.
Right.
All it did was make him a almost probably a billionaire by now with that and all the other stuff he did.
Yeah.
Clothesline, wine, and everything else. But none of it would be possible if not for
the
him playing on the PGA Tour.
Right. So two other ones that I want to talk about is real quick first is the amateurs. Got a lot of amateurs on here. I know two of them are highly. One of them just lost in the national championship from Pepperdine. Apparently they got $6 million and $250,000 and per event guarantee. That's real money for a kid coming out of college.
Yeah, it's like the fucking NIL in college football. Yeah. I mean, these kids are being fucking short-sighted.
Oh,
you're gonna get some kid out of school, go play on this tour. He's gonna have some, giant jacked up G-Wagon,
What's wrong with the G-Wagon?
The G-Wagons are fine if you're an insecure twat bag, but well, I mean, it's like the NIL, right? They're going to go get all the shiny shit in 5 years when the Saudi league goes down the drain and they got nowhere else to go. They're going to be teaching golf lessons at fucking Top Golf or something.
Oh, yeah. And also, by the way, if the Saudi check bounces, good luck trying to collect it from them.
Oh, yeah.
They'll stab you in the heart. Literally.
Say anything like these guys are saying about the PGA Tour, about the Saudi Tour once they join it, they'll take you into a basement and put you in a barrel of acid.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
and apparently, like it's not just, hey, I sign up. Like PGA, you come, you play, and you might have to do some pro-ams, but you're not even required to do like interviews or anything else. Saudis, you have X amount of interviews. You have to wear a certain clothes. You have a team uniform designed by Greg Norman, and his got a big shark logo on it. Also available at TJ Maxx.
I like following guys I know too, and looking at that roster.
Yeah.
And all those dudes from like the Asian tours. I knew maybe 20 names on the list.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch these other guys. I don't give a shit.
and most of them are just pre-senior tour. I mean, that's what you got there. Okay, so other one I want to throw a shout out because I thought this was pretty impressive. Harold Varner III, HV3. Okay. Allegedly, he got an offer of $38 million and turned it down. So
now that I like.
Well, I mean, he was pretty deep in bed with him, so maybe he wanted 50 and he said 38, and that wasn't enough. But
yeah,
he did turn him down. All right, so now I'm going to ask you guys, because we have said this podcast, we are whores. We will sell ourselves out to anybody that wants to pay for us. Now, not this one, but what if they wanted to sponsor the SMGL? Or a new pro live podcast, would you guys take the money?
Oh, hell yeah. I I can't believe your question even took that long.
I mean, hell yes. I mean, I think obviously I came in a little bit late, but I don't have a problem with any of these guys going. I'm down with the free market.
In the words of my Ukrainian brothers, Saudi worship, go fuck yourself.
If they would sponsor our league, we'd be whores on our knees.
So, all right. So I legitimately did go look, and okay, something to contemplate. We'll put out there. You know, they have several events in the United States. Maybe we put in for some media passes.
Okay,
Hell yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? You want to be a journalist associated with the Saudi Golf League?
Who do you think they're going to? Who do you think they're going to slit? Whose throat's going to get slit first?
The interview is going to
reporter
be in
or
the
the
basement
golfer?
of our embassy.
The slowest of the four of
It's
us.
fine.
That's
It's
who's gonna
fine.
get slit first.
We don't kill journalists anymore. It's all a
Oh,
misunderstanding.
sorry, I misread that.
Fuck those guys.
Let's see. I'm thinking who can I outrun here? I'm probably all right. Who in our league? I think I can outrun Guy. I probably can outrun Chuck. So I'll bring him along. I need a couple of guys. You know, I don't need to be faster than the bear. I just got to be faster than everybody else.
That's right.
Actually, you just got to be faster than one person.
Yeah.
And I think I'm faster than two of y'all.
Mm.
So, because I did see that they have gotten one journalist from like the Golf Channel who does like the LPGA stuff. He quit and he's going to go sign on with them. So they're getting people to sign up for this thing. I don't know. You throw enough money at people, they will do anything. And we've said that we'll do anything too.
I know one of the tournaments is in Portland. Is that right?
That's the next tournament.
Where's the other one in the United States?
Well, let me tell you exactly where it is.
Well, the
Wait,
one
no.
in Portland is in the what is that little non-law zone they have in Portland? What's that place called?
Pumpkin Ridge.
Yeah, maybe. So yeah, that's where
Now-
that one's being played.
If they've got the nuts to have one of their tournaments at Big Sugar, I'm in.
You're in.
I will go watch that shit show just for the comic relief of it.
Okay, here's the
They're
one I was
playing
thinking
the
about.
fourth
Okay.
tee next to the push mower.
Yeah.
On the pots.
Don't worry about the shotguns you're hearing going off in your backswing. Those are
That is not a
perfectly
problem.
fine, gentlemen.
Is that a shotgun or is that a trailer blowing up because of a bad meth batch?
Yes.
Okay, so here's what I was looking at. Chicago, September 16th through the 18th. Rich Harvest Farms. So think about it.
Yeah, I'm in. I couldn't be in less support of this league if I tried. But if they send us a check, we'll cash it.
We will cash it,
Damn right we will.
and we will put their logo all over our stuff.
You know, it's like anything. If you're going to take the money, go take the money. That's fine. You got your own, you know, you live your life, right? But don't bitch because things aren't how they were the week before you announced you were going to go take the money, right?
Right.
Correct.
I mean, there are consequences to your decision, and man up and live with them. And, you know, that's it.
I agree 100%. I got no beef with any guy going out and making as much damn money as he possibly can. But there are consequences.
Right.
And one of them, to me, should be that you can't come back.
Oh, I you know, DJ's got some serious consequences. 125 million, and what's her name? Paula Gretzky or whatever her name
Yeah,
is.
Paulina.
Yeah, that poor guy. I feel
Well,
awful for him.
Schultz, the conversation earlier was there's the people that have signed up to play on it so far are people that aren't going to get their name engraved on a major trophy, more than likely.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, the people that play golf to make money, and then there are people that play golf to try to win majors and be great. And
Yeah, no, I get you. I get you, and I agree with you to an extent. But I'm kind of a DJ fan. It's kind of one of my guys. I like his style because he's kind of really showed it. Kind of got a don't give a fuck attitude, and he's rolling with it.
Yeah. So does that mean on Sunday you're going to be coming out with a wrap around your head? What are the Junabis or something?
No, I'm just going to come out with another ass whipping.
Oh. So you're not wearing a turban?
No turban.
No, I don't own a turban.
Okay.
But for 125 million, I will wear one.
Agree.
And only one. That'll be his only piece of clothing.
I mean, I'll show up on the number one tee naked with a turban for 125 million.
come out with a tablecloth wrapped around your head.
Hey, Joe, as long as I beat you, I don't give a shit what I'm wearing.
Okay.
How many wins have you got this year, Schultz? 3?
Not as many as you, buddy.
Yeah, you got more points than me, but
Yeah. All right. Okay. So one other thing I noticed is, so I watched we had the NCAAs, we had the women's and the men's. Okay. Switching gears here. First was the women's, which arguably is a harder road to go down because their individual and the stroke play portion of it, they have to play 36 a day. The men get 18 a day. I'm not sure how that works out, but what I did notice is when
the men had to play 36
only in match play. In stroke play, they only had to play 18.
But the women had to play 36
every day.
Oh, okay.
So they're clearly tougher than the men.
Budget restraints.
Yeah. I think because they let a lot more guys into the contest than they do the women. It's the only thing I can tell.
Or they only wanted to pay for the course for 2 days for the women.
That might be it.
Not that I endorse that.
Yeah, but
I don't see any pending litigation on this.
No. But I will say this, Nike signed their first NIL deal to a golfer, was a woman golfer for Stanford. Rachel Heck.
How much?
I'm not sure. They didn't disclose that.
Who signed the 12-year-old kid last week? Was that Nike? Some 12-year-old golfer got
probably
an ungodly NIL deal.
Yeah.
We're just a nation of whores.
I mean, what is the point of an NIL? And I believe that is name, image, and likeness of a 12-year-old. We don't know who the fuck that is. Why would you pay him?
Well,
you will one day.
It's like craps. They're just putting bets all over the table and hoping one of them hits.
Well, I mean, I don't. It's good. I don't know.
So the main reason I watched the women's NCAA was mainly because I watched the No Laying Ups. They did a video on Stanford's golf team. It's highly entertaining. I highly suggest it if you have some time to kill. They do a great job, kind of a week in the life, them rolling up into a tournament and everything. But they've got they have the number 1 and number 3 amateur in the world on that team. Number 1 is Rose Zhang, and she signed a deal with Adidas. So there is some money going into women's golf, at least golfers.
And they get to go to Stanford. My gosh.
Yeah.
That's pretty strong. Of course, so did Tiger.
Oh, yeah. Scholes, are you going to turn on your camera? Do we get to see you? Or are you like naked already with your turban on?
Here's Nike's pitch.
I'm naked in my turban, so I'm actually driving.
Oh, okay. Well, stay safe then. We don't want to do that. We don't want to.
I mean, if you want to look straight up my nose, I can make that work.
We've already done that once to Robert, so we'll pass for right now. But okay. But the main reason I noticed
drive through though.
the main thing I noticed about watching them is that these women, when they're playing in the match play and everything else, like after the competition or whatever, they were hugging like all over the place. You know, it wasn't like a handshake or a fuck you when they walked off. They were all happy and nice and everything. And I would say that is not what we have in our golf league. Joe,
Well,
how
Joe
often do
tries
you
to
and
hug
Schultz
me.
hug?
Often. I mean, he hugs my
Not a
leg and
hugger.
humps it like a little dog.
Not a hugger.
No.
Not a hugger.
Hey, I don't think this
Yeah.
is 30 seconds, but I have found the hidden video recording of Nike in the first female NIL deal.
Okay.
Really?
How much for the little girl? The women. How much for the women? What?
Oh God.
I want to buy your women, the little girl, your daughters. Sell them to me. Sell me your children. Mayday.
Phil Knight, ladies and gentlemen.
Good night. There we go.
Negotiating the first female golf NIL deal.
We can't get a sponsorship from Liv, but we are going to get a lawsuit from Nike. It'll be great.
Hey, it was less than 30 seconds long. I didn't say Phil Knight, the Nike guy.
Well, I know when there's a special room next to mine later in life. Joe will be right next beside me.
Yeah. It'll be, hey, Joe, is the air conditioning broken in your room as well?
Yeah. It's just a matter of what floor we're on. How low are we going?
Oh, all right. So that just threw me off as I'm sitting there watching these girls are fighting each other and they're fighting it down to the end and they're hugging it out at the end. And I just don't see that on the guy's side. I will be honest. I want to watch the guy fail. And if he completely just rub his dick in the dirt, I want to just stomp on his head.
Yeah, I can tell you as a guy that for some reason is always in the last group and somewhat in contention. When you come into 18, yeah, everybody is you see how far that putt is? Do you see that that's 18 feet? Do you think he knows that it breaks this way? You think he knows break that? And then when you blow it past by 10 feet, everybody's like, yeah, fuck yeah, look at that.
I'm just going to say, Sean, I don't want to rub anybody's dick in anything. But I might point out how far Schultz putt is on the last hole.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Christmas.
yeah. So I was going to have us talk about the men's NCAA, but apparently the Oklahoma teams suck. It kind of
Man,
premature.
Well,
I was so
let's
damn
talk
mad
about it as
that.
long as they lasted.
Yeah.
Hey,
Mhm.
Down boy.
All right. So I did hear an interesting thing today that really threw me for a loop. It was about the tour's percentage from 7 feet. What do you think their percentage of make is from 7 feet?
62%.
How do you know that, Joe?
Is it really?
It is 60%.
I think it's around there somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It's 58%.
Oh, okay. That's within the margin of error.
Yeah. And they're
Yeah.
0.5% of a three putt probability from there. Average 1.42 strokes per at 7 foot. I was amazed by that. I thought it would be higher. Like how much from 4 feet would you think?
well, it's got to be 80, 85.
92%.
72.378.
4 feet is 88%.
Oh, good job, Puck.
So, I mean, you're one, that's 1 out of 10 you're going to miss from 4 foot.
They're also putting on skating rinks.
Well,
And probably the ones they miss aren't straight.
but
Yeah.
here's the deal is from what I understand on a tour PGA setup, I think it's within a 3-foot radius of the hole, there's like almost no break. It is, if you watch a putt, they'll break early, but once it gets near the hole, once it starts tracking, you can never Kevin Na walk that thing in because unless it hits something, it is going in.
Because they send the greens crew lots of whiskey and whores the night before.
Yeah.
Well,
Fucking guys
just
that
give me
fortune get their alimony bill and
give me their name and number, and we'll line that out so that our Sunday pin placements are a little flatter than they currently are.
Because at Mohawk, they were on the side of a mountain.
Yeah. Like putting it into a clown's mouth.
we could send Purcell over to rub some dirt on their dick.
I don't know if that helps.
No, but apparently he's willing to do it.
Hey, that's what it takes.
What
I
about
just want to go
that
on record
money
and
we
saying I agree with Joe. I don't want to do that either.
Yeah. Money we raised for the Tulsa area golf courses. Could we just give it to the superintendents and flatten this shit out instead?
Did you just have a stroke?
Are you making fun of handicapped people or what, Schultz?
I think you just made fun of handicapped people.
I
think
what
you're
are you that person
What are you talking about?
You just dropped
That's
like
exactly
3
what
levels.
We're wondering.
By the way your voice came through, you had some sort of sling blade kind of.
I like mustard on my biscuits.
Give me some of them French fried taters.
French fried taters.
All right. So at 8 foot, they're at 50%. It's a 50-50 putt at 8 foot. What do you, whenever you're putting an 8 foot putt, how confident are you that you're going to make it?
Well, I'm the same. It's either going in or it's not. So I'm 50-50.
They're all 50-50.
I'm more thinking, for the love of God, don't make a 12-foot putt right here.
Yeah.
I just at 8 foot, I'm like, if this shit doesn't go in, please don't blow it past by more than 18 inches.
Yeah.
Don't blow up. I'm more worried about getting another 8 foot. So I got to want 8 foot coming back.
Right. So that's why I leave them 3 feet short.
All right. Yeah, whatever. All right. Let's do our unsanctioned ad read of the week. All right. This week it is Twisted Tea, the original flavor. It's mighty tasty. Have you guys tried it?
I have.
Yeah.
One, yes.
It's very, very refreshing, very light. It's the one that got the party going. The original OG king of hard teas. You said it, not us. Apparently I said it and you said it, but they didn't say it. This is the one that got us started, made from real brewed iced tea and natural lemon flavor. Twisted tea, original, refreshing, smooth, and of course, a little twisted. Great for sharing with friends too, but if you want to keep all 12, that's up to you. We don't blame you. ABV 5%. Unsanctioned ad read of the week. Twisted tea. I finally, like, I saw the commercials a lot and I've always wanted to have it, so I bought some the other day. It's delightful. Especially because at the Meadowbrook, they gave the free lemonade inside. I don't know if it's supposed to be free, but I took it as free because there was nobody there to stop me from taking it.
You know, and that's good lemonade, by the way.
Oh, it's quite refreshing, but I did a little Arnold Palmer with it.
Yeah. I don't know that it was free because they didn't let us play golf for free there.
Just put it on Dr. Field's tab.
Yeah. What's his member number?
Joe,
That's all I need is his member number.
Joe, what's your number?
Huh?
What's your number out there?
1927, I think.
Yeah, I'll try that.
Bring
The
that
Underhill
up. Yeah.
tab.
Mm-hmm.
The Underhill account. It's 1926. Was Lonnie before or after you in line? That's all I need to know.
He's before, yeah.
All right.
But he's got a 5-digit number.
He does.
He probably got his original.
Yeah, he's got the same number, which is odd that they're in 4-digit numbers, and anyway. Yeah.
Well, they looked at you and thought you needed the remedial number. They didn't think you could remember all 5.
I think it's based on handicap since mine's so much lower on the 4-digit number. Schultz will have to remember his on both hands.
Exactly.
Now Schultz, are you joining out there
Where?
at the Meadowbrook?
Yeah, Joe's gonna pay for it, and I'm gonna pay him back later.
Yeah, that sounds like a Saudi deal right there.
Yeah.
That is a
Exactly.
Saudi deal.
Yeah, if they want me out there, they better bring the cash.
Schultz is going to play him against the Oaks and get the Oaks to waive the waiting list is what I'm guessing.
No, I'm proud. I'm not really going to the Oaks. No.
What is the waiting list at the Oaks?
I don't know because I'm not going there.
I mean, I don't know how many people are on it. When Lonnie called to find out more about it and they sent him the information, he was informed that there was currently a wait list.
Well, did he send his
Might have
handicap in
been.
with it? Because that probably put it down. They probably said, "Yeah, we've got enough of dentists with 25 handicaps here."
I think at Cedar Ridge it's 3 years.
What?
Yeah.
I think the Oaks was with the tax and everything to join for kind of the full membership was like $8,300, I think.
Tax?
Yeah, you get taxed on it on the initiation fee.
Wait, well, you're gonna have to help me out.
I'm a registered libertarian, so I was not. I just couldn't do it.
Well, I'm an independent, so I'll be fine.
So, but we did get a couple. You got a couple. So my real question is there a limit to the number of guests you can have in a year?
I don't know.
Because
Good
if there's
question.
not, then I never have to join. I don't. I'll pay the guest fee. I'm fine with that. Or I'll be like Schultz and say I'll agree to pay you back. Joe, I'll get you next time. I promise.
They're working on going back to full private.
Are they?
Yeah. Trey joined up out there too.
He did?
Yep.
Well, Trey's there. Robert, are you going to join?
No, probably not.
Then I'll probably in.
You probably will if Potts isn't.
Yeah, Trey's there, but Robert's not. I think I'm good.
Right. Fair.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they took it off golf now, I understand.
they did. And Trey, when he was talking to him, they're working on taking it back full private.
Yeah. Well, I want to think that you were saying, I mean, I don't mean to disclose your financials here, but I thought it was like about $300 a month. And that's the last time I talked to him about it. And that was probably 5 to 7 years ago.
No, it's closer to 500, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe 450, 500.
They list the initiation fee as $2,000. If you sign a year commitment, they're waiving that right now. So you don't have to pay anything up front. The standard membership for like the golf and pool and everything is $435 a month. I think it was $90 a month for unlimited cart that you could do, or you have to pay for a cart each time you use it. What was the other thing? It was like $35 for them to keep your handicap out there, even though we keep it on the grant. I now use the USGA GHIN app as well, but it has all my scores from the grant in it.
Yeah, it should be the same number.
Yeah, but you've got to keep it through them to play in the club tournaments there for some reason. So. And then I think Lonnie joined the Men's Golf Association, which was $200 a year, and you can rent a locker. It's kind of the same spiel as everywhere, I think.
It's a scam.
Yeah.
I would be honest, if I was actually going to join a club, and I don't think I would because I think we play, I'll enjoy playing with you guys, and I like playing around all the courses everywhere else. I think that's my biggest detractor from that. But if I was going to pick one, I'm probably picking Golf Club Oklahoma.
Well, it's handy for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. It's not. I mean, they're all about the same. I live in the middle of nowhere, but I
Sure.
just like that course. I think it's kind of a really cool kind of.
Do you think Forest Ridge will ever go private?
I think they're trying. They're trying.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you can get all you can play right now for about $300 a month, which isn't bad. I mean, really, is it if you can play there once, twice a week, you can get your money out of it.
Well, if they ever went private, would you just join there? No.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it all depends. I mean, if I'm playing with you guys, then I don't know that I'm gonna play there enough. Now, maybe once
right.
my kids go to, I get 2 more years or 4 more years. I guess my youngest one's a sophomore or freshman, so 4 more years. I got an empty nest. Then that's probably a different story.
Yeah, Trey's
No, I
deal
did
was,
it mainly-
was only $270.
The Meadowbrook has great practice facilities for
Well, they do.
what it is. They've got the driving range and chipping green right there. They got the big putting green. They got that pitching green out by, by
81st.
the number 17.
Oh, yeah.
Like when
Yeah.
you hit off the par 3 before you tee off on 18, there's that green
Yeah.
over there. And then that like 150-yard and in area along 81st.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to do this summer is just a couple of nights a week, go out there and get a cart and kind of go hit all of those practice areas and maybe play 3 holes or 6 holes or,
Yeah.
And the golf course is in incredibly good shape. I mean,
It
those
really
of us,
is.
those of you that played it Sunday, Trey and I played it Monday. I mean, it's fantastic. It really is. It's a good for the money, especially.
Yeah.
No, I think that's one thing is we do have a lot of, and with the upswing in golf, we do have a lot of great courses, and you are seeing more and more go to the privates are getting full. They were in trouble 3-5 years ago. Meadowbrook was about to shut down.
And they'll be in trouble again.
Yeah. So, all right. Meadowbrook, family friendly ambiance, superior amenities, outstanding guest service, and year-long schedule of social activities offer a foursome of reasons to join, helping members cultivate lifelong friendships and create lasting memories. Okay. Now I did go off the pace again. While I'm sitting there and waiting for it, I like to talk to the other people around, act like I'm a real member, and then get told, hey, no, I'm just a scrub that came and paid to play your course. But I was talking to one of them. They're talking to me about their dots game. I guess they have the kind of men's group. I don't know if it's really a men's group, but they have a tee time every day at 3. And then they've got one's like Saturday, Sunday, and maybe Friday at 11 or something like that. But essentially, it's whoever shows up, you throw $10 in and you play. Sound like a really fun group. So for you members, you got to take advantage of that.
I have to try it.
And they call it dots.
Dot. So what you do is you get a dot for you stroke off whoever the lowest handicap was.
Easy.
Here we go again.
Not
Yeah.
doing that. Not doing that.
Yeah, it's all look, this is their thing, not me. I'm just telling you what he told me.
I mean, what kind of club did you join, Joe, where you stroke off
I
the guy?
don't know.
Something about dirt and stroking. I don't know, but that's how they told me you get in this group. So I said my buddy Joe will be all about it.
I will
I'm
tell you
back
what, those assless chaps really do free up your back.
Oh shit.
So they
I have
say.
to up my sunscreen SPF a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, but apparently you got it for getting like a sandy and a couple other things. You got a dot and then something for winning a hole. I don't know what. I don't know.
Where does the stroking off part come in?
I think that's for the big loser.
Man, I guess.
Is that a timed event? Because that might be my money maker right there.
Who does the stroking and who gets stroked? That's what I want to know before I get started.
Oh, a lot of it shows is he tabs out and he's got a big bottle of Cavassier over there.
Yeah, I
was with Philly and the Big Cat, and they were trying to get me to do the podcast from the R Bar. I'm like, that's not going to happen because you wouldn't hear anything. There was a biker rally on Brookside, so I didn't think it was a good idea, so I left.
We appreciate you taking one for the team there.
Dedication. I'm dedicated to the cause, boys.
Dedicated to the cause. So, all right, par 72, 6,800 yard championship course was designed by golf course architect Press Maxwell. It blends seamlessly into its beautiful natural surroundings in Tulsa, Oklahoma, whether you're seeking a relaxing setting or connecting with your family and friends and stunning backdrop of dining and specialty events. Are you going to eat out there?
I have eaten out there.
How was the food?
It's all right. I mean, it's club food.
Yeah. Kitchen shuts down at 5 now. Though I mean, they don't have.
I think you just said their food sucks.
Their food sucks, and you have a food minimum. Good God, you're trying to get that. Does
Their
alcohol
items are
count
half
towards the
what
food
they
minimum?
are at La Fortune now. Does what?
Does alcohol go towards the food minimum?
It does, yes.
Oh,
Do you have a food minimum?
Yeah, it's 100 or 200 bucks a quarter. I think it's $100 a quarter. I've already met mine.
Shocker.
This quarter, but
Sorry.
yeah. Don't let these people know your number, Joe. You're going to lose money in this deal.
Yeah, the beautiful thing when you got a new member like Joe out there, you walk in and they're like, "What's your number?" I said, "Man, I just joined. I can't remember. My name's Joe Gilbert." And they tell you your number.
Would it work if I walked in there and said, "I'm Mrs. Gilbert"?
You probably for you, yeah.
We joined as a couple.
you'll show up. Yeah, if you do it on Tuesday mornings, ladies' morning. Yeah, knock yourself out.
All right. Give us can somebody give us a course and weather report?
It was fucking windy.
Yeah.
How, I mean,
I concur.
I think it was 30, 40 miles per hour.
At times.
I will say the fairways, great shape. The greens, fast, a lot of undulation on them. You get a lot of tiers, not a lot of straight putts. Not a lot of putts that stopped.
No, not like those 3-foot parameter bullshit you were talking about earlier.
No, these were not tour greens. These were Sunday
Golf greens.
Yeah. I did have a realization. I think I figured out my problem is I don't think I'm a very good wind player.
I don't know anybody that is.
Well, I think I figured out because the only reason I can score on a golf course, and this completely goes on a tangent here, but the only reason I can score, I think, is because I think I'm a decent ball striker. So on a normal day, I don't have to chip, and I usually don't have to putt that much. But when the wind blows, I start getting a bigger kind of miss. And the rest of you fuckers are always missing over there anyway. So you're used to playing out of that shit. And see, I got no skills to get out of once I'm in trouble, I'm done.
I'm going to give you a little inside information. If you think you're a good ball striker and the wind affects you that much, you're not a good ball striker.
Look, it's the lies I tell myself are the ones that matter, right?
Oh, and by the way, Schultze does speak for the entire group.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Oh, so horrible chipper, can't make it up. So, all right, did we have any glory or train holes?
Did you just say glory hole?
I like a good glory hole.
Good night.
I mean, those are holes you're glorious about. What do you think that means, Robert? You and your dirty mind.
Jeez, Pete.
Well, I mean,
you and your stroking off and dicks in the dirt, glory hole.
Hey, I checked the bathroom. There are no holes anywhere in the bathroom stalls. So I think
and no Sharpie like written around it with like an arrow or anything. Maybe some mustache around the corners.
Oh,
That's what I've heard.
I had 2 holes that just completely did me in, and they were both subtle train wreck holes. They were like the train just kind of leaned over and fell off the tracks.
Mm.
Number 5, that second par 5 on the front,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not a hard hole. Hit my 3rd shot in 6 feet away. I thought, shit, I might get a birdie, gonna get a par. First one kind of hit the lip and gained a little speed, probably ended up between 2 and 3 feet away. Just gonna tap that in and clean it up for my par. Same thing, just burn the edge. And then I just fucking missed the next one. I 4-putted. I got a 7. On a par
you got an
5,
8,
I was
Joe.
on a 3. And then on 17, you know, the wind was blowing from the tee box. The wind was blowing right to left.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hit a 7-iron. I'm going to hit a little draw on it. Started a little too far right, and the wind never caught it. I ended up in the bunker, but with a downhill lie. I was saying, well, with this stance, I can try to hit it out and go at the pin, or I should have turned 90 degrees where I wasn't on the downhill and just got it out somewhere on the green and 2-putted. And so off the downhill lie, I thinned it. You know, I hit the green. It just rolled and wouldn't stop. Went right in the fucking water. So
I will say 17. I guess that'd probably been my glory hole. So 16 was my train hole, I guess. So I was playing with Hoffman, and on 15 we both played it well, but he tied me, and so he was like, hey, it's a 3-hole playoff, and I'm like, oh great, thanks for the pressure there, buddy. Mr. 8 handicap versus Mr. 20. And so we get on 16, right? And he does what he does. And he hits a great drive. I hit a really good drive, but I hit it too far, and I hit it through the fairway. And I'm over there, but I got a clean shot to the green. And Captain America was riding with me, K Warren, and he's like, hey, Jason, there's water all the way down left, all the way down left, all the way down left. I said, thanks. But I haven't hit a ball left all day. So why are you putting that in my mind? Well, I just don't want you hitting the water. I don't want you hitting the water. So what did I do with my second shot? Straight left in the water. So anyhow, I had to take a drop, and I ended up making a triple on 16. And I think Hoff, I think he bogeyed. And so he's up, right? And I'm like, well, crap. But, you know, I did get a couple pops on that hole with my great handicap that everybody loves, especially Joe.
Yeah.
But we roll into 17, and Hoffman was just a little short of the trap that you speak of, Joe. And somehow I garnered my earlier self, and I hit a great little draw, coming in looking like right on the pin on 17, and then one of those beautiful gusts of wind that you didn't get, I got, and it stuck me up in the top left corner of the green. So, and the pin was cut, you know, down on the lower level.
It's a two-tier green with a big drop off front to back, and you have water all around the front of that green.
Yes. So I'm on back left corner, pins lower right corner. And Conley, my good friend who I love so much, just started laughing at me and said, what are you going to do with that? And to Hoffman's chagrin, I rolled it into about 8 inches from way back there. Closed my eyes, took my grip and swung the putter, and I made par on 17. So that was great.
That is a fabulous par, because that is a very hard putt. I had that same putt. And could not stop it. Could not stop the ball because it came off that hill and it just kept picking up speed.
Yeah, I probably mishit it and read the line wrong and probably pulled it. But yeah, I stuck her in there tight.
The three of those together is what matters.
It mattered that day.
I mean, you essentially went for, you know, the old faithful double cross. I'm going to aim way right, and I know I'm going to double cross this fade and pull it into a pull hook.
Yeah, not many people can do that with a putter, but I did.
All right, so my train hole, I went off on the range, got there a little early, got to warm up because we played a little later, started at 2. First hole was dead into the wind, but Meadowbrook has a lot of really mature trees, runs down the thing, but the first hole is just long and straight. It's a par 4. I pull out a brand new golf ball, put it on the tee, pulled it a little bit left. The wind took it a whole lot left, hit a tree. I think it went into the driving range, which is not OB, but it now looks like the other 1,000 balls out there. I used my allotted 3 minutes to look for it and had to take a drop. And from that point, that was the end of my round. I think the egg shattered right there. That was where it shattered, because hit a great third shot, a little bit short, just had to chip it up there. Thought, okay, I'm going into the wind. I got to hit it about 60 yards. So I'm going to play it about 80. And I hit it about 110. And then chipped back over the green, did a hobby. I had everything on that hole. So it was a complete train wreck, rolled out with an 8 and said, I think my round is over.
That's when you get a drink.
That is when I broke open the Twisted Tea, which goes into my other thing I think I've discovered, is because I normally don't drink on Sundays when we play, because, I don't usually play well when I drink, but when I'm not playing well, I might as well drink to have the fun, right? I think I have ADD. And I think when I drink, I can't hold my concentration for the 1.5 seconds it takes me to swing the club.
I get that. And I do have a question for my friend, the professor. I got on the number 1 tee with Hoffman, and he asked me, would I like a drink? And, I'm like, no, I've got plenty. And I actually had a good tee shot on one. I actually found the fairway, and we get down, and I'm about 200 out, long hole. And he's like, hey, do you need a drink? I'm like, no, I'm good. I have some. And so then, actually on my second shot, I landed it about 5 feet behind the flag and popped it. It rolled out to the fringe behind. And then I hit a great putt that went about halfway to the hole there. And then Hoffman says, hey, do you need a drink? And then I went for my par putt. And as I'm getting ready to putt it, that one of those beautiful gust of winds moved my ball about 2 inches in my backswing. And I still went ahead and hit it. And of course I missed that, and I made bogey, and I got to the number 2 tee, and Hoffman said, do you need a drink? And I'm like, dude, why do you keep asking me this? And he said, I have specific instructions that I need to get you inebriated today. And I think that Gilbert's behind this. And that
wasn't for me, really.
Yeah, I do not believe that. I think that you are planting people within my group.
Yeah.
And encouraging them to encourage me.
It wasn't.
I mean, you're asking. You're putting cake in front of a fat kid and say, don't eat it. And yeah. Oh, you want to drink, you want to drink, you want a shot. So I'm on to your game, Gilbert. That's like the second or third time this has happened.
See, I think we just need to be in the same group each week here on out, so we can keep an eye on each other.
Oh God, yeah, that'd be great for my stress level.
Oh, fuck, you beat me every time we play together.
Okay, let's go.
Speaking of pairings,
the commissioner played together. Conspicuously absent. Cushing, we were together. I'd love to rehash this one for the 14th time, as we stood on 18 hole and I had a 3-shot lead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
John fix that though. Yeah.
Never mind. It's all good.
You got
it's
my
all right.
Venmo, right?
It's right. It's correct. But yeah. But you beat me that day when we played together.
Where is the commish?
Who?
The commission. Maybe the pairings are out. We just didn't get them. Or maybe the pairings are done. They just haven't been released yet. This is what the Saudi League's going to be like. You got some players, some real second pairings when I'm ready to give them to you. Peasants.
SMGL 2022, the year of the LIV.
Oh, that's
Hey, don't mess
perfect.
with him. He'll cut our balls off.
And then make you eat them.
I know.
In our case, LIV means late if ever. Okay,
Well,
I took some liberty with the ever. but
I understand where you're going with that, so we'll let you pass.
All right. So everybody has played Meadowbrook. You've played Meadowbrook. You didn't get to play Sunday Pots, but you have played it. So we are going to go around, and now, what is your favorite hole out there? And I need you guys to describe. I need some. Tell me why it's your favorite hole, and describe and walk us through the hole.
I would say I like about every hole out there. It's a really good golf course, but I guess if I had to pin it down, I would say maybe number 3, that par 5.
All right, walk us through the par 5. What?
It's got some water on. It's a slight dog leg left.
Okay.
About 70% tree lined, except off the tee box. There's a little water on the right that can come into play. You got to split a couple of traps in your landing area. And you don't have to be just a huge hitter of the golf ball to reach it in 2. I mean, if you catch the slope just a little bit, maybe a little downwind, and then a nice, big, generous green, but surrounded by traps, it's just a good golf hole. So,
Okay. Yeah, I like that hole. I made a par on it, so I'm a fan of that hole. This
I 4-jacked it when I played Monday.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you still like it.
Well, it wasn't the hole's fault. So I got a little aggressive with an 8-iron coming in.
Yeah.
And the pin was up front ish. And I hit an 8-iron all the way to the back and thought it was going to be faster than it was. And I hit it about a third of the way there. Didn't even quite get halfway.
I was on the back of that thing on Sunday too. And I did the same thing. I thought that's going to be a pretty quick little downhiller. And I got it a good solid 50 to 60% way the hole.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Pretty pumped about that.
All right. Jason, what do you got?
God, man, I do like the course. Hadn't played it since we went out there as a group last year. I used to play it quite a bit back in the day. Man, such a tough question. You
you need a minute to think about it.
I'm going to need a minute. This is important to me, so we're going to let the professor go.
All right, Joe, what do you got?
I really like all of the par 3s on that course. I think they have really good par 3s. My favorite is 14. It's about 125, big deep bunker on the right front, another bunker over along the left side. It's not an easy shot with those bunkers there, but it's every time you stick the tee in the ground on that one, you just have a feeling like something good might happen. More often than not, nothing really outstanding happens, but it's just the kind of golf hole that gives you hope.
Yeah, it's like it was like a 115 shot for it, wasn't it?
I think it was 122, I think is
what
I had it at this weekend.
Yeah, I hit it on that hole. I know we're not replaying them, but I hit it halfway there on that hole. It was really great. So I hit it about 50 to 60 yards.
There's some strategy, if you're not a good sand player, laying up halfway there.
I laid up and I put it on the back of the green and I two putted for a little bogey there. You know, I like one. I think that used to be 10 or something else back in the day, but I like one. I mean, that's going to set your tone for the round. I mean, that is a long par four that is pretty tight and can't go. You can't miss left because you get to go out and hang out with the range balls, and then right's a problem too because you're just in jail. It's a really, I think it's a really hard hole, but I've always liked that hole. It's tough. There's a lot of great holes out there. That is really a good put together little course. Par fives aren't incredibly challenging, but I think they're good bunker placements and what have you. The par threes they're good. They're a challenge. If they're shorter, they got bunkers. But I'm a fan of the course. Doesn't mean I'm signing up, Joe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I like one I do like because you have that you kind of go over a hill, then down in a valley, then back up to an elevated green. So it does have a lot there and a lot of questions to ask you. So I'm going to throw out there, and so this may give you some heartburn, but I think 16 is my favorite hole in the course.
You're kidding.
I think it asks you the most interesting question. Because it really does, because you have this huge body of water that you got to go on. And essentially the fairway runs crossways and kind of away from you. And you have to ask how big a slice this do I want to take off?
Yeah.
You know, because there's some trees on the left. If you don't get far enough, you get screwed. And if you play it too safe, you're going to blow through the fairway because it's not that wide a fairway. Yeah. I think it asked an interesting question. You didn't have the water runs all the way down the left, which you found.
I found it.
You know, you've got water behind the green, so you have to be, consistent on your shot, especially yesterday where we're playing into that hard wind. And like I could never seem to get the distance right on the wind. You know, what was it supposed to take off? What was it helping on the way? Helping, hurting? Because when it was supposed to be hurting me, it wasn't, and I was blowing shots over the green and didn't go in the water, but still.
Yeah, I think the wind was a lot like, when they were talking about in the match last night, 7%. Whatever the hell that is.
Whatever. I mean, I think that was I think that was a 10-stroke wind.
Yeah.
Did anybody get on that hole in two?
Not that I'm aware of. That's what I was going to say, Sean. It does raise an interesting question, and everybody asks the same interesting question as they're walking off the green. Was that a par five?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time in the group I play, somebody's like, was that a par five? So, well, it should be probably, but it's not.
Yeah. I mean,
I walked off thinking, I walked off with a 7 thinking I made double bogey. And Hoffman looks at me, what'd you have there? I said, double. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I was 1 to there. I was 2 in the water. I was 3 out. 4 was short. 5 was on. I putted up tight in 6 and 7. He goes, yeah, that's triple. I'm like, that's not a par 5.
No, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir.
No, sir, it's not. I'm like, well, fuck you.
And Trey played out there last week sometime before I played with him. And not that he's just a super long hitter, but he played it from the tips. And that hole, did y'all happen to see the tips where they were on that hole?
That's
They're back there, Life.
They're way back there.
It's hard to get. I mean, it'd be hard for any of us to get to the turn.
Yeah,
Oh, I think so.
Tips, I think.
Yeah, my second shot on 18 landed on the tips.
Oh, that's right. You had a nice.
Yeah, I saw.
The luck of the Schultz.
Clean living, boys.
So
It can't be that.
I like that. I think the other one that I'm kind of fond of is it 9? Really short, par 4 with the trap in the middle.
Yeah.
I like that because once again it gives you a thing. You can either, like, I was playing like crap, so I just blew it down there. But it also says you can play it smart. You can play. You know what I made there?
2.
No, I was just off my drive, I was probably 5 yards from the trap.
You made it
Right by
7.
the 6.
Mm.
I Joe got my head. He said, "Nice double," and I proceeded to double it.
You know, speaking of hard holes, what is it, number 6? The one that's got the telescope deal?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a long one.
God, that's a hard bastard. And it was downwind this weekend, and it's still hard.
Well, and here's one of the things I do think they need to do, because this course is old. The trees are mature, and some of the trees are overgrown. They're overly penal. You don't have really a shot unless you hit a really high, fade.
There are a few whole trees they could probably take out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one hole back in the corner, it's kind of a short par 4.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Super straight, but you've got
Yeah.
about 15 feet
Yeah.
to get between the trees.
But yeah,
I
you have
did.
to hit the fade kind of, or you have to, I mean, you almost have to play like a dog leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will tell you what, I hit more 4-irons on Sunday than I've hit in a long time, and it wasn't off the tee. It was punching them out of the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And it's not like Southern Hills. Southern Hills, like when they redid that, they took out all those trees, and now you had room to punch.
yeah,
Like the problem is you get in those trees and you're just dead. You got no way to go.
well, I mean, some of us are there more often than others and can navigate that a little better.
You're more skilled. I did
wish
hear a
I
thing
was.
to say for guys, for when you're in the tree and you have to hit a hole and you don't want to hit the tree, the best thing we can do is aim at the tree, because we don't hit anything we're aiming at.
Fair.
Every time.
Every time.
I aim right at a tree because like I said, you're right. I can't hit it. I couldn't hit it if I tried.
Literally.
Yeah. So
I mean, I try to hit it. I can't.
All right. So we got our winners and losers from this week, and we've got a new Twisted Tea last place finisher of the week. That would be your own me, Mr. P. Like I told Joe on the thing, look, I've been playing really strong. I've had like 5 rounds in a row that were in the 80s. The handicap's been coming down. And after Sunday, I have 6 rounds in a row where I haven't shot in the 90s.
Fair.
Completely skipped the 90s, went up to the hundreds.
The Centurion Award goes
Yeah.
to Sean Purcell.
Yes.
Sean, I really like you, but it couldn't happen to a better person.
And that's what I want. I need somebody to I mean, my head was getting a little bit. I thought I was a little better than I was.
Well, you are in 3rd place, right? Or
Yes.
4th? 3rd
Wow.
or 4th? 3rd?
Yeah. I'm in 3rd place, but it's barely a competition. So, all right. So second
Doesn't
place.
matter.
Second place this week, we had a tie, big tie. We had the Fuller Seacat Hoffman combo.
Wow.
And Fuller was tearing it up. He was in my group. He's
He's going to be a problem, kids. He's going to be a problem. I'm telling you right now.
Played really well.
It's the new ping irons he bought.
Yeah.
And Seacat bought new irons.
He's got the same irons.
Oh,
Oh,
are they the same?
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Potts, is it your bedtime? Is that why you turn the lights off?
Now it's just getting dark out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got the and then Hoffman. It's about time Hoffman actually did something. So, and then in first place, our own Jason, the Shocker Schultz.
The shocker.
The Shocker.
Hey, baby.
That's it.
Doing the pink one in the stink.
That's it. I'm going to keep pushing that name until it sticks. Literally.
I've never been called that one, but I'll take it.
All right. So with that,
who got second? It was a big tie for second.
Big
it was
tie.
Fuller, Seacat, and Hoffman. How much have
who
you
got-
drank?
Who got third?
It doesn't.
Was there a 2-way tie for 5th?
Yeah, it was like fifth. or something. I don't know.
I'll tell you.
Joe Gilbert was in 5th place.
Oh, damn it.
Solo 5th.
Yeah.
Got 4 points out of
How
it.
many played? 8?
No.
Well,
12.
There were 12.
Yeah. My course net handicap, I was in 12th place.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I guess.
It was not my best round. Hurts my heart.
I think what you're in 3rd Purcell and the Cats in 4th, which CCat's like, I think I got a chance. I said, brother, you got to win out.
Yeah.
And Joe and I have to go participation point the rest of the way for you to get a shot. So give it up.
I put this as our last week. Somebody has to win this, either me or CCat, and one of you two both of you guys have to come in, DFL.
Probably not going to happen.
Oh, man.
I've got some bad news for you guys.
Yeah.
So
They've upped the dosage of my thyroid medication.
Joe's hitting it further. I'm hitting it shorter. And here we go.
there we go. So
You guys could really just save the gas money. And there's really not a lot of need to show up.
no,
You know what we could do, Joe, is what we've played 9 and we have 13 this year. We got four events left, right? So you and I could just go like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week and play all those courses and just be done with it in a week because
Yeah.
that's going to catch us.
hey,
Probably right.
there's 5 events.
There's 5 left.
There's 5 left. 54 points on the table for first place.
I don't really.
Son of a bitch. Somebody, whoever wins it's going to have 100 points this year, I bet.
Dude,
This is going to be like the all-time record. So when I win this thing, I want a plaque.
Well, you get a patch.
allegedly. So, all right. So 3rd place is I've got 34 points. Strong. Last year, that would have been a strong showing at this point in the season.
Yeah.
Yeah. In 2nd place, we have our own Joe Gilbert at 62 points.
Jesus.
Yeah. And then the shocker at 65 points.
Jeez.
Throwing it out there, throwing it strong.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean, I have finished out of the top 3 once. I have finished 3rd twice.
we do have some we're going to do you just like Hideki. We're going to check your equipment to see if you've got some non-conforming clubs in your bag and DQ you.
Bring it because I'll tell you, I'm hitting it shorter than I ever have, which is probably helping me. Joe's longer than he's ever been. I'm shorter than I've ever been. But
Schultz's club face is dripping with anal lube. That's why he's hitting it so straight.
He's got some. Is he chapsticking his driver?
No, but driver's the one that's killing me. The driver's the one that's keeping the handicap up. So,
all right. So just quick check. Did we get a last minute pairings?
We did not.
We did not. All right. We're gonna have to talk about this. This commissionership.
No.
Our current commissioner feels that he should have to do it for 1 year. And you know what? Early on, I thought that was bullshit. But I think I second that motion.
Anybody? Do I get a second?
Do we have a forum?
Hey, no.
I
It's a
think
3-year
maybe.
commitment.
I think maybe a not a handicap, a pairing chairman would be in order.
What
That
does
is the
chairman
job
do
of the
besides?
commissioner.
Huh?
That is the job of the commissioner.
That's
It's
his
very
only job.
clearly stated.
I don't know. It sounds like some sort of presidential directive type,
Right.
commissioner
I'll tell
directive
you,
type.
if I
thing.
ever become the chairman, Joe, you're in charge of the pairings.
You're hiring a secretary.
If I am, this son of bitches will be handed out in writing before we leave the course.
The
I
week
would have had it in
before.
your hand when we pulled out of Meadowbrook.
It'll be done for the full season.
Yeah.
Day
You know the
one.
thing I
Here
love
you go.
about Chuck, he's like,
Yeah.
hey, he'll text me on the site, hey, Shotzi, I'm really trying to just make sure everybody hasn't played with everybody. I said, okay, I've only played with Gilbert 8 times, you 7, and Philly 6. So great job.
Yeah. Can't want to, I mean, surely Guy McCune could come up with some sort of spreadsheet or something that would just automatically generate this shit every week.
Yeah.
I mean, he could start. He could probably write some sort of logarithm and whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's not that hard.
We got to do something there. So
Or we
All
could
right,
just have
I
a
haven't played with
bowl
pots
full
this
of
year.
ping
There are
pong
9
balls.
events I played with pots. Played with Purcell twice, Gilbert 17 times.
yeah, we need some variety there. So all right,
Who am I to complain?
high noon. This is our high noon, newly unsanctioned high noon sun sips picks of the week, made with real vodka and real juice. All right, so
I like high noons.
Well, that's it. So we're gonna double up here. So you got to make your pick and give us your high noon flavor.
Okay.
All right, because we're all in on this high noon thing.
Yeah.
So real vodka, real juice. I mean, what more? It's all real.
Yeah.
Nothing fake here. So, all right, Shocker, you're the first pick.
Oh, for this weekend's tournament.
This weekend's tournament.
Yeah. So I'm a high noon lime kind of guy.
Ooh, lime.
Yeah, high noon lime, and just to stay consistent with every other time I've stayed on this podcast, I will go with myself.
I love it. I love the
lack
self-confidence there.
I lack confidence. You know, I'm an introvert.
All right, Joe, with your second place finish.
I prefer half lime, half wild cherry mixed together. A little cherry limeade action.
Ooh.
With now it's going to be washing down a 75 milligram Centroid thyroid pill. So,
I've heard that about you.
Who's your pick?
oh, me. I'll take myself.
Got all these people with their self picks.
What? Can anybody beat us?
So, hell, he already picked the only other person I'd pick.
I mean, how many of you won, Joe? 4?
Yeah,
And what have I won? 2 or 3?
I think 3.
Yeah. All right, I get to pick next.
Been
I'm
9?
I'm a
So
pineapple
out
guy.
of 9 tournaments, we've won 7 of them. Hey, let's pick somebody else.
You know what? These guys really suck.
Yeah, I think there's some cheating going on. We're gonna have to redo something here.
Hey, if you want to watch a guy scramble around and make bogey all day, come take a ride.
That's it. All right, I'm gonna pick the Senator. He has won here before.
Huh?
Senator. I think you won last year.
You know.
No, I think Philly won there last year.
Philly claims he
Yeah.
won for us last year.
I think the Senator won in year 2, and I believe Glenn Dunn won in year 1.
He
I
did.
think that's right. So I forget we're so many seasons into this, so many times we played this course. So I'm still picking the Senator.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. Hey, we haven't even pointed out this is for major points.
Oh yes, this is X. That's what I'm saying. This is it. If somebody
Yeah,
doesn't win this
second
tournament
major.
and you guys get your
Yeah.
participations,
So what's what for majors? I haven't won one of those yet. But what's first place in a major?
14, isn't it?
it's 14. So
Wow.
you
What's
get
second?
14 for the first, 10 for the second. So you get a 4-point bump, and then everything. It's like there's another place.
Sounds like discrimination to me. I think I filed a Title IX suit, but we'll get in that later.
Look, Mrs. Gilbert, your tea time's at 7:30. Please be
Major
clear
point.
of the course by one.
Hey, did the rest of you guys get 2 points for participation in a major, or only get one?
You still only get one.
Okay.
The bottom's still the bottom. Like dude,
The SMGL
I'm gonna do
is
everything I can. I've
meritocracy.
already went out and practiced once this week. I'm gonna do everything I can just to kick you guys' ass.
Don't you
Only for
live
the simple
there?
fact to do it.
Don't you live there?
Yeah.
Then why should you lose there?
I can't believe you didn't pick yourself, Purcell. God.
I'm not that onerous. I'm gonna give
Oh,
Robert the chance to
bullshit.
pick me.
Come on.
You know who I would pick if I wasn't picking myself? Not Purcell. But I would go up I think I think we got my man Conley. He's due. I mean, he's due like a 14-month pregnant woman. I think Conley's due.
The only way Conley's gonna win is if the for some reason the club goes dry.
Well, it is going to be cooler, right? I don't think it's going to be extremely hot on Sunday, is it? Have a look.
There's a potential for rain.
Well, then he
I
won't
can
be
handle
there.
playing in rain. I just can't handle playing in the wind.
Well, it's not like he's walking it. I mean, riding in a cart at 90 degrees is
Very onerous.
yeah.
I'm telling you, I've only played in all of our league play. I've only played with Conley twice. I played with him on Sunday. Conley's a player. He could be a problem at some point.
Oh yeah. All right, Robert, what's your pick?
Thanks,
I'm gonna
Robert.
go-
Appreciate it.
I'm going to go way off the rails
Okay.
because I do think he's going to be a problem. Lance Fuller.
Lance Fuller.
Hey, here's the deal, Potsy. From the blue tees, which is what we're set to play from as of now, and that sometimes changes. Fuller's going to get 33 on Sunday.
33 strokes.
I don't know that there are
30.
blue tees out there, but
That's what's on the spreadsheet that I've got.
yeah, that is the blue
So-
tees.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we go blue tees, he's going 33.
Yeah.
That's big.
That's a lot.
There's a lot. I mean, the difference between that and Meadowbrook, though, is the gunch there is gonzo, right?
Well,
Yeah.
and that was my biggest hesitation.
Yeah, you're not coming back if you hit it off the fairway on a lot of those holes.
Right.
Right. I've only hit
Yeah.
3-wood all week at the practice range. So,
That's
But
yeah,
I'll take him for a spin.
that's
I don't know. No, Fuller's going to be a problem with 33. I mean,
Yeah.
Joe, you'd have to, what would you have to, I mean, geez. How many are you going to give him?
I'll have to beat him by 20.
Yeah. You'll have to beat me by 7. Haven't looked.
Yeah.
well, I
or
played out
6.
there with him a while back.
I
Now
think it's
it was
closer to 6, Schultz.
100.
No, it's 6 if we move up a set. If we play from the blues, it's 7. Sorry, bro.
He gets that extra one.
I don't
played
make the
out there
rules.
with him.
I just take advantage of them.
That's it. And Fuller almost died, I think. But we also walked because it was wet. We used those little pull behinds. He was hating me by the end of it.
Yeah. Okay, we should walk then.
Hey, look, if it's cart path only, I might use them again. They were fun.
Yeah, I think I would wear that thing out though. I mean, cart path only. Does it stop on the cart path if you go off of it?
No, yeah, you can go anywhere with it.
Oh, it'll go anywhere with you?
Yeah, so that's the whole
Yeah,
advantage.
I would wear that thing out in 6 holes. It would be back for it, right, left, right, left. I play a lot of Army golf.
How long will it be before they invent one of those that's incorporated with a sex robot somehow?
Potts
Man,
was
he's
asleep
been
until you
looking for
said
that
sex
ball in the
robot.
woods for longer than 3 minutes.
Okay.
All right, I'm back.
I mean, how long does it need to be a sex robot? Is it 30 seconds or what?
I don't know. Depends on how good it is, I think.
I'll take the walk behind with the auto suck feature, please.
Sir, that hole's a drain for your cooler. It's not for personal purposes.
Oh, sorry.
Why do you look so tired for sale? I don't know. It's behind the tree with the old caddy.
Oh.
Hey, guy, can I borrow a cigarette?
Yeah.
Imagine when that happens and the first guy that gets his dick stuck in the combination cart caddy sex robot. That's gonna be a story. You guys go on. I gotta wait for the swelling to go down.
But what do you say when you get home?
honey had to buy a $2,000 cart caddy. Why? Don't ask.
And don't touch me right there.
Yeah.
I guess in Scotland they'll dress them all up to look like sheep.
Oh God.
Oh. All right. Joe, do you have a bad joke of the week for us? Tasteless joke of the week.
I thought that was pretty much it. That's all I got.
That's pretty much it. So, all right. With that, I think that'll close us down. Hey, appreciate everybody jumping on the pod. Appreciate everybody listening. Hey, like and subscribe, and we will hear you next week. We're out.
Good work, boys.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Jesus
Nutty
Christ.
bastards.
Okay, see you guys. See you guys Saturday.
See you in hell, Joe.
It.
I'll see you at old Kinder show.